Welcome to Techi. In this video we will see how to configure 2-node storage space direct cluster on Windows Server 2025. So before proceeding, let's see our scenario first. We have an Active Directory domain and the domain is techijack.net, and this is a virtual machine, and we have a two more virtual machine, that is node 1 and node 2. Same time zone has been set on all the servers and node 1 and node 2 are updated. We have a 3 network cards on node 1 and node 2, and additionally we will attach 4 hard disks on node 1 and 4 hard disks on node 2, and these will be the raw, that means these hard drives are empty. The network subnet with the 192 series is for the virtual machine traffic, and subnet with the 10 series is dedicated for the live migration. Let's go to the server and see the overview. So right now we are on our server, and if we see here, this is a DC, that is our virtual machine and has the IP 102, and this is node 1 and node 2. If we see the network card here in the node 1, I have attached a 3 network card to the node 1, and I have assigned 6 core of processor and 12 gigs of RAM. Same setting has been done on the node 2 as well. I have attached 3 network card here, and these are the external network card. Processor is 6 core and the memory is 12 gigs. If we check here, these are getting updated with the, like, if you see the node 1, it has a 5 update pending and it's installing, and same with the node 2, these 5 updates are getting installed. So once these updates are done, we will join this machine with the domain. Also we will enable the nested virtual environment for our virtual machine. By the time it's getting updated, let's configure the network card. So I will minimize this. I will run ncpa.cpl. Here we have 3 network card, and if we see here, the status is, you can see it is picking the IP from the DHCP. So I will edit it. I will disable the IP version 6. We are not using it. And here I will type, this is node 2. So I will type 192.168.12.123. 192.168.12.1, that is gateway, and our DNS for our DC server. So this is set. Click on OK and close it. Same way I will configure this network card. The IP will be like 124 here. So they both have IP now, and here I will give the different subnet IP. I will disable the IP version 6 and I will remove the gateway. Click on OK and save it. Same way we will go to the node 1 and we will configure the IP there as well. So let's go to the node 1, and here I will edit it. We'll disable the IP version 6 and the gateway and DNS. Click on OK, and another network card, and the gateway is 12.102, that is our DC. And in this LAN card, the LAN card 3, we will provide the different subnet. So the IP has been set on the LAN card 3 as well. Click on OK. So our IP has been set to both the nodes. Now the node 1 is updated and is asking to restart. So instead of restart, I will shut down the machine. Same I will do with the node 2 as well. This is node 2. I will shut it down as well. Update and shut down. Now both the machines are off, that is node 1 and node 2. Let's try to enable the nested virtualization. On the host server, I will open the PowerShell, and to enable the nested virtualization on node 1, I will run this commandlet and will hit enter, and same I will do for the node 2 as well. So now the nested virtualization is enabled on node 1 and node 2, because we have to install the Hyper-V role. Without this we cannot install the Hyper-V role, or neither we can configure it when the machine is running. So that's why I turned off the machine. So this has been set. Let's try to reboot the machine now. Now the machines have been rebooted. If we check the node 2, you can see you are up to date. Updates has been installed successfully. Now let's try to join the node 1 and node 2 the domain. I will go to the advanced system settings. Here in the computer name, change, and here I will join it with the domain, that is techijack.net. This is node 1 and it says welcome to techijack.net. It is joined. Let me join it and I will reboot it, and let's join the node 2 as well. Domain is techijack.net. It says welcome to techijack.net. So let's reboot this as well. So both the machine has been joined to the domain now. it's rebooted. Let me log in with the domain admin. So this is node 1 and this is node 2. Now we have to install the Windows feature, that is Hyper-V, failover cluster, data center bridging and file server. So I will go to the DC computer. So here this is a DC computer, this is node 1 and this is node 2. I will run the PowerShell as an administrator. Here I will try to install the Windows feature on both the computer. So this is the command I will run to install the Hyper-V, failover cluster, data center bridging, file server, RSet clustering PowerShell and Hyper-V PowerShell on both the server, that is node 1 and node 2. Let's wait for a while. So it started the installation, it's collecting the data. Meanwhile it's installing it. Let's go to the main server and try to create the disk here, and later on we will attach those disks to the node 1 and node 2. Here I will say hard drive, that is VHDX, and it will be the fixed size, and I will name it as a disk 1, and I will put that disk inside the C drive node 1 disk. Click on next, or let's say 9 gigs. Click on next and finish it. So same way I will create 4 disks inside the node disk 1 here, and inside D drive I will create the node 2 disk here, like 4 disks will be created here for the node 2. So let me quickly do that. So here you can see inside the node 1 disk I have 4 disks here, and each disk have a 9 gigs of size. And for node 2 I created the disk inside the D drive, that is node 2 disk, and here we have these 4 disks. Let's go back to the DC and see the status. It's almost 92% completed. So now you can see it is completed, and it says that you have to restart the server to finish the installation. So installation is done. Let's restart the machine, and I will restart the node 2 as well. Now the server has been rebooted, and if we see inside the tools, we have the failover cluster manager role, we have a Hyper-V manager role along with the other feature. And if we go to the computer management, inside the disk management you can see we have only a 1 hard drive, so we have to attach our other hard drive to this node 1 and node 2. Same we have inside the node 2 as well, we have only the 1 hard drive. So let's shut down the machine and add the drives now. Now both the node 1 and node 2 are off, so let's go to the settings here, and here we have a SCSI controller. I will say hard drive and I will click on add, and here I will browse the, this is node 1, so we have inside the node 1 disk. I will add disk 1, click on apply. Again we'll go to the SCSI controller, add the hard drive, disk 2. So I will add all the 4 disks to node 1 and node 2. So you can see hard drive 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are added to the node 1. I will click on OK, and same way I am going to add this drive to the node 2 as well. This is node 2 and all the 4 hard drive has been attached to the node 2 as well. I will click on OK and will reboot the machine. So after attaching the drive, machines has been rebooted, and if we see the computer management inside the disk management, we have a disk 1, disk 2 and disk 3 and 4 here. This is the node 2, and same we have inside the node 1 as well. We have a disk 1, disk 2, disk 3 and disk 4. You don't have to initialize the disk or do anything here, just keep them as it is. So now we have to clean the drives. We will go to the DC computer. That is our management server. I will run this script and this will clean the drives. So it has cleaned the drive, and you can see 4 MSFT virtual disk on node 1 and 4 on node 2. Let me clear this. Now we will go to the node 1, and inside the failover cluster, let's try to validate the configuration. In order to validate here, we can click on validate configuration, next, browse for the node. We have node 1 and node 2 here, and I will click on OK, OK again. So 2 server has been added, and click on next. I will choose this run only test I select, and here I will select the storage space direct as well and click on next. Click on next again, and it's validating it. Right now it is validating the network communication, and it says it is validated and it's success. And let's see the report. If we see here, you can see the inventory, network, storage space direct and system configuration all have check mark, and rest is not applicable. So the validation is completed in a proper way. So let me close this and let's click on finish. Let me minimize this and open the PowerShell. And now let's try to create a cluster. I will create a cluster by the name of my cluster. It says new cluster. The name is my cluster, node 1, node 2, no storage, and the static IP will be 26. I will hit enter. It's forming the cluster now. So our my cluster has been created, and if we confirm that in the failover cluster, if I go and refresh it here, let me reopen it. You can see my cluster.techiject.net has been created here, and inside the role we have user manager group role here, and if we see the node, we have 2 nodes and both the nodes are up, and if we see and check the pool, right now there is no pool. So let's also create the witness server here. In order to create the witness server, you have to click on this more action, configure cluster quorum settings here. So right now you can see there is no witness server here. In order to create it, we will click on next. We will check the advanced quorum option. Click on next. We will select all node, node 1 and node 2. Here we have these options like a disk witness, file share witness, cloud witness, or do not configure. I will say configure a file share witness. Click on next. Click on browse. Click on server, and we will put that on our DC server, that is this my DC. Click on OK, and here we will create a new share. I will say my cluster witness, and that will be inside the C drive. Click on OK, and here I will say administrator have full access, other user have read only permission. Select this option and click on OK, and click on next. It is enabled. Click on next again, and you have successfully configured the quorum setting for the cluster. Click on finish. So witness server is also created. Now let's try to enable the storage space direct, and to enable that we have to run this command, enable cluster storage space direct sim session. Instead of first cluster, we have to put the name, that is my cluster, and I will hit enter, and I will say a yes to all. It's enabling the cluster storage space direct, waiting for physical disk to be claimed. Right now you can see there is no pool here, and once the cluster S2D is enabled, we will get the pool there. So our storage space direct has been enabled. So if we try to open the failover cluster manager again, I will expand it inside the storage. If we go to the pool, right now you can see we have the pool here, and the capacity is 64 GB, used space is 51, and the free space is 13 GB. And these are our virtual disk, these are our physical disk. So we have available disk space for this 24 gigs, and this is mirrored, and if we want to add it to the shared cluster volume, we can select it and click on add cluster shared volume. So now it is cluster shared volume. When we put the cluster shared volume, it will create a folder inside the C drive, cluster storage, and this is 20 gigs. And same inside the node 2 as well, we will have the same cluster volume there as well. If we see the cluster storage, we have the cluster performance history here. So now we can create a virtual machine, and we can put the hard drive inside this cluster storage, and it will create a highly available virtual machine that will be in a converged network. I have this virtual disk for the Ubuntu server, and I will copy this disk to here, and I will create a new folder by the name of Ubuntu, and I will paste the disk here. So our disk is there, and inside the node 2 and node 1 I will create a external switch, and I will give it a name as external 1. So this is the adapter, I will use it, apply it, OK, click on OK, and again I will create a new another switch, that is the external switch, and I will name it as external 2, and I will hook it with the adapter 3, that is our 10 series. Click on apply. Same thing I will add on the node 1 as well. So node 2 has been done, and in the node 1 again we will go to the virtual switch manager and create the external switch, and will name it as external 1 and external 2. External 1, and I will hook it with the adapter 1, apply, click on OK, and again new one, the external switch, and will name it as external 2, and I will hook it with the adapter 3, that is 10 series. Click on apply and OK. So our switch has been configured. Let's create a virtual machine now. I will go to the new virtual machine, click on next. I will say Ubuntu. I will store the machine inside the C drive cluster, and here inside the Ubuntu. Click on next. Generation 1, click on next. 4 gig is fine, use the dynamic memory, next. And right now I am connecting it with external 1. Later on I will add external 2 as well. Click on next, and use the existing hard drive. I will say the existing hard drive we have inside the C drive, cluster storage. Inside the Ubuntu we have this hard drive. I will attach this drive, click on next and finish it. So now the virtual machine has been created on node 2. So the machine has been created. Let's try to attach a new LAN card, add a new adapter, and I will connect it with the external 2. So we have a 2 network adapter. One is connected with the external 1 and another is connected with the external 2. So one is 192 series and another one is 10 series. You can see the machine is booting. And now if you want to put this machine in a cluster, you can open the failover cluster. You can click on roles here, configure roles, click on next, and here you have a virtual machine role here. So click on this virtual machine, click on next and select the Ubuntu machine and click on next again, and now you can see the machine has been clustered and now we have a Ubuntu here. If you see here right now the machine, this Ubuntu is running on the node 1, and if you want to do a live migration of this machine, you can do by clicking on this move option and select the live migration, select the node, and I will select the node 2 here, and now the machine will be migrated to the node 2. Here you can see the live migration 3%, 52% completed, and now the machine is running on node 2. By this way you can switch the machine to the different host. Even you can create a scale out file server as well to make the share highly available. This VM is working in a hyper converge mode. We can live migrate our machine from node 1 to node 2. So this way you can create your storage space direct. I already have the disk created earlier, so that's why it already picked this capacity here. But in your case, if you have complete free spaces available, you can create on this new virtual disk, and then you will get the pop-up here to create the virtual disk. Here you can see by selecting the cluster here you can create the virtual disk, and now you have to specify the space, and then resiliency is two-way mirror next, and then you can create the volume on it, and once you create the volume it will appear here in the disk as we have here, that is 24 gig capacity. And inside this volume we have put that in a cluster shared volume, and then you can put the virtual disk inside this space and you can add that virtual machine to the cluster, and after that you can perform the live migration like we have best possible node, and it will automatically live migrate it to the node 1. Right now it is on node 2 and now it's on node 1. So this way you can toggle your machine between two hosts. So by this way you can configure your storage space direct to make your virtual machine highly available. I hope the video was informative. Let's meet in a next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon to get notified whenever I post new content.